Hello, hello. How's it going? We are trying out some more metagame challenge today. We're live on YouTube. We went 2-1, 6-0, or sorry, 6-1 yesterday. So we're up to 21 packs earned, which is pretty solid when you think about it. Like, we basically won back all our entry, got a whole bunch of packs. We will take those results. Today, we're going to try out a couple different decks. We're going to start off with Boros Convoke. So this list that we're going to be looking at today won a large Japanese RC last weekend. The only change I made was playing one extra Urbrass Forge over Lightning Helix on the side. But the core of this deck, if you're new to it, what we're trying to do is play some of these creatures that make artifacts. Voldaren Epicure, Novice Inspector, or Yodian happens to be an artifact itself. And then you Gleeful Demolition it, you get the value there, and then you kind of just snowball. So the Resolute Reinforcements gives you a really wide board. You can make your Warden really big through tapping things. Knight Errant of Eos is card advantage, and then you have Imidanes to give your board a boost. You have War Leader's Call to give it a boost, Case to give a boost, Sanguine Evangelist to give a boost. We got Caverns in the mana base, Myrex as well. So pretty much all our stuff are humans or a vampire. So first one you name human, second one you name vampire. The sideboard. So we got Lithomantic Barrage, blue-white matchups, Get Lost for bigger things, temporary lockdown, stuff like that. Invasion of Gobokan and Urbrass Forge for the more controlling matchups, mid-range matchups. Festivities, Seismic Wave, both for like Bant Toxic or the Mirror, and then Destroy Evil for big things and enchantments. Let's give this a go, see how it is. We are live. Got a great stream yesterday. Appreciate everyone who was hanging out. But let's go into the metagame challenge. See how many packs we can farm today. If you're catching this on the VOD on YouTube, I apologize depending if you're getting a lot of ads. So for the live, I try to pretty much cut out all the ads that I can, other than the intro. Let's just make sure this is Convoke. But with YouTube, once you switch it from live to like the VOD for like 12 to 18 hours after, I can't control the monetization. As soon as I can get in, I take out pretty much all the ads that I can take out. But we'll jam. Hope everyone's doing well. Playing Emery Blake. Opponent's on the draw. Hand's fine. Soldiers. Maybe it could have gone Yodian first. We'll see what they play. I think I'm willing to trade here. It's a turn. So this just looks like a creature mirror. Question is, do we trade here? Probably not. Creature's got like a lot of utility, so here I can just dump my hand. This is where the Convokies gets its Convoke. And then next turn, if we hit a land, so I don't want to tap because I want to have one blocker back. But if what we can do is if we hit a land, we can play both. If not, we can do one more setup turn. We got a lot of flexibility in terms of how we want to approach this next turn. But 4/4 is probably like the biggest thing. Okay, so comes down. We might do a setup turn again. Okay, so realistically, are they just dead? So that puts them to 18. then it's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't think I'm dead on the crackback. But again, I can set up this turn, I think. That's a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a good one. That is a nice one. I think we offer the Cathar here. And we'll just pass the turn. So it's almost like a mirror match in a way, but we just go so much bigger. Or like wider. The Copper Coat. Should be lethal still. I don't know. Seems lethal. Give the power to the flyer here with Battle Cry, so it's like 3 boosts that we're getting. My monitor's loose. Alright, so huge chunks of damage. And we up. So in this matchup, I think I just want the Get Lost and the Barrage. And the Festivities. A little inconsistent, same with Seismic Wave. We didn't see bigger things. Like they might have Adeline, but I think we could cover them with Get Lost. Question is, what do we want to take out? Probably the Evangelist. Probably a War Leader's Call. And in a pinch, probably single copy of Warden. This at least trades twice and is another target. So I think we do it like this. Depending on how they board, we can kind of change our configuration. But I think I like that. And Sweet Keep. I can go Voldaren first. So I have the Resolute here. I'll happily trade. So Convoke Creature would be awesome here. Fortunately, we didn't hit one. I'm gonna get rid of the blood first. So this to the Pioneer version, you have 8 Convoke creatures, so the payoff's a little higher. What we need here is like a Case would be really nice. War Leader's Call. Okay, so they do have Adeline. Honestly, think we're just gonna control their board here. Like, it's a pretty good trade, all things. Because now I can do this. And then I could effectively trade with the the Adeline. We'll take a point of damage. Adeline having, like, vigilance is going to be a bit of a problem, so we want to take it off the battlefield. So I can do this, try to hit something. We're probably not attacking this turn. I feel like the way this game's going, I might be casting Train Troops side. Seldomly cast, usually just trying to overrun, but I think they probably should have gotten rid of the token. I think we just take out the Lord here. No attacks here. Another copper coat. So they found 3 copper coats this game, which is kind of gross. They're popping off a bit. Case is actually not going to do anything. Okay, Barrage prevents it from being countered, which is nice. So 2 options here. I think we are... Let's get rid of that. We're going to decline. Barrage deals with it. And then we'll just draw a card. Pretty far behind at this point. They're going to start being able to train as well. Make our decision first, or like get the information. Probably just doing this. It's actually not too bad. Play this out. I can trade. We're not in a great spot. That's it. Okay, so they're showing more of the 1/1s. I think we do want... I think we do need the war leaders. I think we just bring in this. I think we trim on this. Probably... Playing 2. Be wrong to trim Imidanes. Like, I think it's important to answer their stuff. Cut 1 more. Godian. Run it like that. Be honest, they might be playing a best of 1 deck in best of 3 here. Because we didn't see anything post-board. It's not going to work. Alright, this could potentially work. I think Imidanes is the play to put back. Because what I can do is play this. Might actually be Case to put back. We'll put Case back. I'm not like consistently because we don't have the white. If we had the white guaranteed, because I have to play this at sorcery speed, most likely because of the Myrex. Hey, thank you for being honest. Okay, so we really need a lion tier. Vanguard. Blunt. All right, it's gonna be one of those days. Probably seismic wave here. We're just never hitting a line this game. I think we probably put the double block on Copper Coat if they offer it. Just convoking. Naturally. So I could pump through a bunch, but actually, I shouldn't have played that because of the ward. I can't take out the Intrepid adversary here. So I think we're taking 9 here. 10. So we're doing this. This will die, and then I can kill the Intrepid adversary. Case only is going to hit for 2. Mana's been so awkward this game. They're going to have the Lord again. Like, I basically lost the mana this game. I can't really do much. I'm on fewer cards, and I'm kind of falling behind. Okay. Alright, try that again. Mana was like super, super awkward that game. Let's try that again. Thanks for the games. My mana was so awkward, I couldn't do anything. Like, I couldn't double spell, and I think the matchup just comes you hit more convoke stuff. Let's play. Hopefully you get to 7 wins. Alrighty. We got the loss out of the way early. Let's clear them up. Like, I don't think I overboarded. We just didn't see what we needed. We had 2 kind of flips where we got stuck on lands, and the Myrex just messed us up big. I got 6 wins yesterday. That was the best that I did. This hand is pretty bad. Oh my god, we are just not getting anything today. Were you playing sideboard, or were you just playing best of one? Like, did you sideboard anything against us? Because I saw, like, all the cards were the same that I saw. So they missed lands, which is pretty great for us. So I think we'll probably cycle this, get rid of a case. I just want to keep hitting line drops. And of course I find Gleeful. They go to discard. Yeah, I thought you did. It was too unlikely that 3 matches in a row we see the exact same cards. Okay, some sort of fight deck. We're about to go pretty wide. There's all our lands that we wanted. I think I'm gonna do these two. It just gives me like 2 things to play if they do hit a creature. Oh, it's all good. Like, chances are if you were to sideboard, you bring in pretty much the same as me. Some sort of get lost style thing effects. I just brought in a couple pieces of removal for you. So they're like mono green starter deck. This should be a pretty easy one. So they do have a bunch of pump effects that we need to be mindful of. So things like Get Lost will be pretty good here. Don't think we want Destroy Evil. Just smack him. Smack him! Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Yes, you have 6 life, and I am attacking for more than 6 damage. Alright. They dead. They are dead. Mono green, mono green. Get Lost. I think that's it. Like, they're not really going to interact with me. So I probably don't want to overboard for the matchup. Just go like that. I like Get Lost just as like catch-all removal. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. Pretty bad, but keep it. Just put Get Lost. I will say this deck feels much worse than like the Pioneer version and just like the other versions in general. So, better start for them this game. Just pass the turn. We'll Resolute, then I can Warden and Knight Errant, and then we have the case as a follow-up. They did show a number of fight spells and like pump effects, so just have to be mindful when we go into the games. This art's so cool. Hello. Where are you, Mr. Gamer? The other deck we're going to try out probably after this, it's like, I call it Mono Red Gruul. It's like Questing Red. Very similar to kind of like the Slick Shot Pioneer version. So we'll give that one a go. I think I just largely feel more comfortable piloting red-based decks. Brenda, what's happening? I see you're here. I see your cards highlighted. Anyone else have any good runs in chat? Anyone get to 7 wins? Target player searches their library for a basic line, puts a bad output. Okay. I don't know what's happening, but thank you for the ramp. One, two, three, four, five. I think they just gave up. Sure. I think they're done. Mono Green doesn't really have a board wipe option at this point. Here. You're done, let's be done. Opponent can concede at any time. They are allowed to end the game. They are dead. Oh, they're at 1. Okay. Assume they were dead. Let's just concede. We just concede? Opponent paid 2,000 gold. They're going to play every force to their heart's content. Alright. On the board. Convokees. Give this another go. Ninar. I have a real busted turn 2 night. Okay, play first. We've literally mulliganed every single game. It's not a great hand, but we need some density. Opponent mulligan, pretty aggressive too. What's with all the basic forest gamers? The slowest aggro start ever? Ah, now I see what you are. Yeah. Give me a sec. I will get that up there for you. I don't wanna... Well, they can't do it this turn, so I can do it next turn. Just get some pressure out. That back. So this is actually pretty decent. I get to get rid of this. We don't trigger the case this turn, but next turn I can hit him again. So this is the mono red list I played. I could see this match being rough. 2 mana. Just Shigeki to bring back the hand, so they can't yet. We need 4 mana to be able to discard. I mean, if we could double flip like 2 cases, it'll be good. We'll get rid of you. I think this turn I'm just going to take the card draw. They can go Nissa again. I got some mana. Splodonkadunk. They are getting close to Virtue. They have 2 lands in the yard. They've already had 1 Rage. Silly, they didn't make the right mana. So we have to be mindful because they can get back a whole bunch of things. I think we just Alpha Strike this turn. It just forces like a whole bunch of blocks. We're actually 1 off here. Kind of annoying. I guess even if they sweep here, Frontliner has haste. So we get them that way there. So they go Analyst. They can get back 1, 2, 3, 4 lands. So they could pay, they net the mana, they gain 3 life. So they take the block. I guess technically I should have played this first because it forces them to sack, so they have 1 less blocker. So just like a minor thing there. Yeah, we should have this one. They gain 4. They could have Fires of Victory. We're going to want Rest in Peace. We're going to want probably Get Lost. I could see us switching up to the Forge package. Okay. Fires of Victory is fine. We have second Fires. Okay, well, they had it all, but they have no cards in hand, so it doesn't actually kill me. We had that in the tank. So for the sideboard, Rest in Peace does a very good job here. We could go Invasion. So we have a couple different ways to approach this. I think what we do is, because they're likely going to have a lot more sweepers, we kind of change up our approach. Now, the cases could be reasonable. but I assume they're gonna have more removal. Raphael, thank you for the follow. I don't know how much like. So I think it's either Invasion or Forge. So it's an interesting one. I do want Rest in Peace. So what do we cut? War Leaders just gets ping damage, which I like. The Forge is sticky. Gobakan comes down, so maybe we play 2 Forges. Get rid of the Sanguine. Like, answering their creatures are important. So maybe trim on one of you. Trim on one of you. Just run it like this. Let's try it like that. Thanks, one. I don't know. Let me know if you think I'm like boarding this one around. I haven't. This is like the first time I've played Convoke in a very long time, actually. That's sick. And is sick. Keep. So I think I want a Gleeful after the War Leader's call. Okay, that I think changes the math. Because now I can do that. Oh, and we got Forge. So we do that. So there was a chance where they could have killed this in response. And then I wouldn't have been able to cast, so that's what I was a little worried about. Oh, that was a terrible draw. Looks like Fire's a victory. Okay, so they kill that. They could have like Vampire's Vengeance here. Gets us pretty good. This, So... I think we're just gonna chunk in. They'll want to keep Nissa around. Probably just get Forge going. Forge pings when it comes in, so there's some like utility there. Okay, well, they're missing cards, which bodes well for us. They could have something like Beseiju. Ping. Gonna keep pumping this up. Because if they have Vampire's Vengeance, it sweeps my board, but it keeps my Novice Inspector around. It's fine. If you're like 1 for 33%ing one of my creatures, it's fine. So we have the ping from this, the pings from here. They're gonna get some lands. Titan of Industry, so worth noting that is an answer. We might see the World Rage, World Soul Rage, whatever it's called. Seems like that's what they have. My guess is they hit the Novice here. We're close. This is where like I kind of want removal because like Nissa is the only reason they're in this game. They go to 7 here. They do get 4 mana, which is a little annoying. They might be able to play another spell here. Any land lets them Titan. Okay. So they probably block Yodian. Take that. Yeah. Block Yodian. Still dead. Because I do this. And then I do this. And then we GG them. Then we GG them! Got him! 2 Convokes. 2 Furious. Forge is life. Love Forge. Alright, let's queue up another one. I'll show we got a quick one in. Alright. I want to show the cool playmat I got when we get some downtime. Sure. So I'm actually going to lead Epicure here because it lets me double spell next turn. We need a payoff here, but I think just going like super wide can have some utility. What's with all the mono white human gamers? So we might have to use a Gonjo as a removal spell. We will be using a Gonjo as a removal spell. Are we? Maybe not. Because like if they have Adeline, I'm more concerned about Adeline. This gives me a draw. I probably should have drawn main, because if I drew Knight Errant, I could have convoked it. So that was a little bit of a misplay. Okay. Them not, like, plugging that seems pretty bad. Seismic Wave would go hard here. So they get a attack step in here. I can start poking them in the air. They might have another Intrepid. Brutal Cathar. Okay, Skrelv cannot protect against the land. One, two, three. And Gleeful's not bad, but I kind of want something a little bit more impactful. Won ya. Okay, so fortunately can't like blow them out. I think it's better to draw here. The Myrex token's not really going to do much. Case is great. So here... do this. Pop them there. That goes to 2. So, especially with them going shields down there, it's pretty solid. So 1. I think we just attack like this. Because with the Warden... oh, so they don't even respect it. Alright, we'll take that. I got a Ganjo. Got my blockers back. Pick off that. Valley attack's pretty bad here for them. So I can hold up a Ganjo, make Myrex tokens if needed. Kind of beat them down that way. Main phase. Sanguine. So that flips. One, 2, 3. Gleeful Demolition. Do I have an artifact? Do not. I guess I could make a Myrex token, but great. So I'm going to try to bait them into the double first strike block, and then I can kill Thalia. So they see that, they do that. So we'll kill this. First strike damage, I get back my Sanguine, and then we kind of go to town. One, 2, 3. I would love another case. Alrighty. Wrath of God me. Human. Human was named. Adeline in. Thalia in. Case here. So I'm actually going to target this. Oh, they just let it go. Because they were going to take 2 damage. Should just be dead here. Battle cry. So wide. So wide. Block. Thank you for the sub. Hope you're doing well. How's everybody in chat doing? Anybody get 7 wins? Boom. Lethal. Okay, so. Seismic wave. Garages. Festivities. Have the cases. Might want Get Lost as well. Coming out. I think case is a little less reliable. Especially on the play. I think we trim an Imidanes. Trim a Warden. Because this just beefs up my team and lets me attack in. I may want to Forge over the Imidanes, to be honest. How many creatures does that make me have? So usually when I bring in more removal, I like having Forges because it's just consistent pressure. I'm going to try this approach. The last time we boarded a little different. I didn't love it, but I think this time we try like this. I guess with Thalia it's worse because the first strike will always kind of supersede my thing, but I guess it's worse with Thalia because it taxes. But my Imidanes isn't attacking in or blocking profitably into Thalia anyways. Alright, hand's fine. Yeah, so like I usually don't play much standard. I find it somewhat not like boring per se, but narrower in terms of like cards and stuff. The thing is like some of the decks overlap. Like this Boros Convoke deck gets you the Pioneer version, gets you the Historic version. Like I can show in between games the Historic version. There's a lot of cards that overlap with it. So you're actually building like 3 decks in that case. We're just taking the damage here. So like you can kind of play with that, but just I always tell people play the format that you enjoy the most, and then like standard, you're investing in some weird cards. There's a lot of decks like I don't want to get the big score cards. You might have the Imidanes here. Take this out. No blocks. That gives me Human. Yeah, so Forge might be a little too slow here. We'll have to see. So I can trade with the Adeline here. Hopefully no Brutal Cathar. He says. Nice on the Toxic one. Okay. So how are we doing this? Ping. I'm just dead regardless. Didn't see any removal. Yes, so I think the Forges might be wrong. Mind you, if we see an answer for Adeline, they found their removal, we saw no removal, and they just drew it to double Cathar. This is literally the only removal in their deck. And they drew it. So maybe we do want the cases. Like, the problem with cases, if I don't have the fast start, it doesn't do anything. So we don't have red mana, which is a little annoying. Name Vampire. This could be good in the matchup. Think we try? Like, we need to hit red, but I have a Scry available. I have a loot available. Red source one time. We have a slower start. Still pretty good. It just gives me something I can throw to try to get the red land. So they Cathar me. So I think here I Resolute. One, two, three. You know what? It's a red source. Let's not be greedy. I mean, these block pretty well. But let's do that. No attacks. I can just Warleader's Call, go a little bit bigger. Then that makes any subsequent classification. Second copper coat's annoying. Get the land there, which is actually pretty nice. We'll pass turn here, flash this in. Unfortunately, these are giving a ward, so I can't right now. So this gets a... There's a battlefield. Valor Canter. So I actually think here we do this because it kind of blows them out now. I'd have to get lost this and then seismic wave. I guess we wait, see what they play. Thought it would be a 1-1. If they play like a second one with the trigger on the stack, I could seismic wave. Because I kind of just want to kill this Brutal Cathar, but I also want to keep this for Adeline. See what they do. Extraction Specialist. That'll give him the ward. Still play around ward. See what they do here. They're gonna convoke. They'll get something. Okay, so I do want to save seismic wave for the following turn. Guess the question is just kill this. Probably. So we'll do this. Jeez. Flooding so hard. No spell there also means it's flips, which is really bad. Oh my god. So bad. Flooded so much this game. Let this resolve. Deals 2 damage to any target. And then target you. The problem is, like with Adeline now, I just drew way too many lines. That's 7 lands. gonna do much. 2-1. Kind of over this Convoke deck. Really not my style. Like, that mono white deck's not a deck. And we've lost to it twice now. Just because they go slightly bigger than us. And like, we could just still be the aggressor, but the problem is we can't attack into their first strike things, and their creatures are just slightly bigger than ours. So people are having success with Convoke in Standard. I don't like it. It's not my playstyle. Having said that, it's a fairly safe craft, given that you can play it in Historic. And so like, this is the Historic version. Very similar. You use a lot of the lands. You just have to get Venerated Loxodon, Esper Sentinel, and a couple Ruby Sentinels. Pretty much is the same deck. Very strong in Historic. It's also in Pioneer. It's pretty much the same deck as well. So you get a lot of overlap in that capacity. For me, it's not the way I like to play aggressive decks. I like the Historic one because the Historic one lets you attack on a couple different angles. I think it's better in Historic and Pioneer because you have access to Venerated Loxodon, which you don't here. As well, you have 8 of the effects, so you have Gleeful Demolition and Kodoltha, both the same thing, so it gives you more density. You have Thraben Inspector, and then the Ruby Collector is a really cool way to just have a mana sink in your deck, which I really like. I prefer that than to this, but you could, if you do enjoy that type of archetype, it's very transferable in terms of the other formats. It's not like a deck like which one? Like, say something like this. Here you're using a bunch of wild cards that are not going to see play. Like Annie Joins Up, Slogurks, there's very fringe. Like, this is wasting a lot of wild cards that wouldn't see play elsewhere. So we will fire up another run. Not doing as good today, but we tried Convoke. Let's try some mono red Gruul. So what do we got here? What do we got here? Looks pretty sweet. Let's update the record. So what did we win? 2 packs, I think, there. Or 1 pack. Call it Gruul Aggro. Technically Gruul. We're playing Gruul cards in it. So I like the part, even though like we didn't do like the best. 2-1 still pretty much breaks even. It's just fun, kind of standalone. So what 2 get us? 2 got us a pack. So what are we trying to do with this one, folks? Basically mono red with some pump spells. So we'll take a look here. So you get Questing Druid for card advantage. Twinferno either copies a spell or gives double strike. So it's a prowess build. It's just a lot of pump effects. Demonic Ruckus. You have some Snakeskin Veil, Twin-Headed Hunt or Two-Headed Hunter as a way to pump through damage. The one thing I already submitted, but I probably want another Snakeskin style effect. But we'll just go see how it plays out, and we'll see. I know quite a few people were playing this in the RC today. We'll give this one run. If it sucks, we'll go back to mono red to see how much we can farm with that, or we'll maybe try Golgari. I think I have all my horses. This hand's fine. Opponent goes first. Okay, well, you love to see a basic forest. Basic forests don't interact. This could be ramp. It's domain. Yeah, well, that's the case. We need to race. We need to race. So like I could plot here, but I think we're just gonna force through damage. I assume they have a removal spell. The Seiju, sure. You know what Boseiju does? Got a sec. Resolve. Resolve. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Mountain on top is not where we want to be. So a little annoying. Had we targeted something else, we would have been okay, but they need a sweeper, which they don't have. Nice ley line. The classic double forest. You gotta put domain cards in your domain deck. I'm not gonna show them the ruckus. So I kind of don't like this card huge amounts. Okay, so pick your poison in. Case Forge. Take out Twin Hunt. Take out Ruckus. Take out Twinferno. Take out 2 Monstrous Rage. Monstrous Rage, 1 Frenzy less. So I like you 5 damage versus 4. Obliterating Bolt's usually a little bit better in this matchup. You want to get rid of like their angels and stuff. Okay. Alright. Their hand's already much better. So they have Leyline here. Fine. So I want to just Seek the Beast next turn, like on their end step. They could have Depopulate this turn, so I want to put pressure without committing more to the board. You're 4, another target attacking creature gets +2/0 until end of turn, untap that creature. So you can't do the case. So I don't want to like play more into a sweeper here. I think I do want to play the ridge line. Not hitting a land there's a little annoying. That to me suggests they don't have a sweeper, because they usually just take damage, take the case there. If they just go Angel here, it's a little bad for me. Do this. This is why I like don't love Frenzy. I guess I could have played out one of these. Topiary gets the block. I think we're just gonna try to find like a land potentially. So Swiss Spear. I want to try to dump my hand. Snake Skill. It's not bad. So the prowess takes me to 4. They have a track, so I'm just dead. So I was hoping to hit a land so then we could have flipped over. Forge isn't bad. Cycle here. I think we're just pushing through damage here. Takes them off. Like, they're basically Atraxa or lose. Why did I open my mouth? Pick your poison. Pick your poison. One time, pick your poison. Hey, Reginald. A couple opponents have been pretty slow. Like, just in terms. Long goodbye. Doesn't work. Dead. We're dead. Stupid Atraxa. Stupid Atraxa. I think we just run it again. Because it might be right just to forego the enchantment. Like, pick your poison. We need, I think, to just save for Atraxa. Because I can win through, like, the various enchantment hate. I can't beat Atraxa. So that might be the line. It's too slow. That's good. Put back a questing druid, I think. So this isn't an impulse till next turn. To play this out, but I think we're just going to impulse on their end step. So they have 3. have the case. So I can case, get rid of case. Don't think we do that. Don't think we want snakeskin. Could be right, but the thing is, like, I'm plotting it this turn to protect. Bird migration gets him back up. Topiary Stomper. Mountain here. So we do have to be mindful, because if they go invasion, it flips for them this turn. I need another green source to be able to play out my hand. Line. Second topiary. Honestly, so best is a green sword. That's pretty good. So my problem here, if they have Atraxa, I don't have the answer. So I think we live with it, then play Atraxa. Angel, play Atraxa. The mana base is really bad in this deck. So hopefully they don't find a second Atraxa, which they do. Hopefully they take the Archangel. Oh. We're dead. We're dead. I don't like this deck. I do not like this deck. We're just gonna delete. Cool. Don't play Gruul. Deck sucks. Okay. Gonna quickly just forget about that one. Never happened. Nope. Not here. Not anywhere. Let's see what the mirror decks there are. Honestly, I really like this mono red deck. I think we're just gonna play it. The one thing I think we'll do, I think we put the Scorching Shots in the sideboard. And play the Obliterating Bolts main. Let's try that. I like the Forge. I think I'd rather be on 2 Myrex, 1 Foundry as well. The Foundries kind of suck. I have 2 Chandras now. I have the Scorching Shot. I have the Obliterating Bolt. I do think pre-end the festivities is a lot. I think I want a Soul God. Let's do Unlicensors. Do the cool art. I know. Alright. Let's give this mono red a go. Enough fooling around. Let's forge, people. The Gruul deck has too much fluff. Like, you're playing into your creatures, and then like we saw there, like the case, we're just never really able to flip it. Because it's just too easy to get stuck with cards in hand. So here it's just cleaner mana, more direct. First, maybe play Bant Toxic after this, depending how this one goes. I've also had like, I was playing before I came on. Look at this. What the hell are we supposed to do? Like Arena's just deciding, hey, we lose today. Just get an idea what they're playing. Can't do much if we don't have cards. And creature, so it's just like black, white, mid. White, mid. Let's go to next game. 1 land, 7 lands. Chandra's Bolt, Scorching Shot, play a Hearse. I like Hearse just because it's a stickier threat. Coming out, usually trim the Rages. Anything that's situational to having a creature I don't like. Actually, I'm gonna take out the Frenzies, I think. Alright. Arena is on one today. Does not want us to have fun. Is that a playable hand? So Haystack, the reasonable doubt was legit. Like I saw it and I wasn't sure. I haven't tried it, but I'm for it if it's good. Esper Gamers. Cut me down. Opponent's a good player. Denick. So I think there's utility in getting Forge going first. It sneaks under removal. The bat's kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. Sick. can trade here. We're in a little bit of a spot where they go second bat, it's kind of bad. But if they make disappear my lightning strike, it's also bad. So I think we just do this because it also exiles at this point. Duelist of the Mind. Just kill everything kind of game. And then let Forge run its course. Show me back, God. It's likely Wandering Emperor. Just long goodbye is fine. Just get rid of this. This way, like, the life gain, if they go Rafine or something, it opens us up a bit. But that's their line. Their hand's pretty empty, so we're happy with this. Get bat. They put bat away. Pull the land here. We're unfortunately a point off. I don't think they can race us. We'll give Toxic a go if this one doesn't go. We were doing really well yesterday, but today, like, even on the ladder, both the decks that I've played to, like, relatively good success, I cannot win today. Like, I went 14-1 with Boros Heroic and Mythic, and then today I can't get past... Alright, they're dead. The Gruul Prowess deck I did not like. We played a match with it right now and just got thoroughly dumpstered. Question is, do I want to change anything? So I'm probably less on the hearse because they're not control. I will play probably Lithomantic Barrage. And still hit bat, which is good. Probably don't want Chandra, given that they have so many flyers. Chandra is more for control. The one thing to remember with Standard, the power level is much flatter. So, and there's like not as many gotcha. I find with like the Eternal formats, it's a lot more skill intensive. Where Standard, it's like who kind of hits their cards. Yeah, we're 2-1, 6-1, 0-1, 2-1, 0-1. Esper is good. I just don't want to play mirrors. I just don't like the deck. Like, I don't want to play the deck kind of thing. I'm most comfortable with this mono red deck. I think we got a mulligan. A little bit better. I wanted removal in the hand, and the hand didn't present itself removal. So bat takes Forge. It could take Bolt. That could be indicative of like what their play is. Or they could just have another bat. And dumpstered this today. So we're still 2-3, which is like not a winning record, but it just feels worse when you just get stuck in like the 0 bracket. What are you doing? What are you doing? Second bat. Can I have a spell? And the cut down? Bit rough. Sideboard is definitely a skill. Like just knowing how to kind of change your plan and stuff like that. Them having double bat after we mulliganed is gross. And the Preacher. And our deck has decided you will not draw spells, you will not pass go, you will not collect $100. Shuffler is done with us today. Really fine. You know, when you're in defensive mode slick shot, you're not in a good spot. So we play around Emperor, but Emperor is going to give one of these first strike now, which makes my blocking tough. Shuffler is not on our side today. Jeez, we can't catch a break today. Alright, are we Bant Toxic Gamers? Give this a go. I'm losing all my gold. And not piece together a win today. Alright. This is like the... So definitely don't want I don't want Vanquish the Horde. I think we just want to pick your reason. Panic Sentry? Yeah, that could work. I do like pick your poison, because then we don't really have a clean answer to Atraxa, but I guess we don't really care about. Annex. Did you cut the Doorkeeper Thralls? Like, do we need Bring the Ending? Do we just play like Negate or something? So for those who are playing today, some Toxic. This is a little bit of a different build. You have Reasonable Doubt, which you get to suspect a creature. So it's a counter spell that makes your creature unblockable after. Or kind of pseudo-unblockable. So it's not the mid-range version that's playing... I'll show you. It's not the mid-range version that's playing the Discover card. It's basically just playing Forge's main. Because I don't think Godric or Squeeze very good in the format right now. There's a lot of mid-range stuff, so it's a prowessy build. When I got the 6 wins, we were playing, or is it Scorching Shot main? But I like the Obliterating Bolt both because it exiles and it can hit Planeswalkers. So I think in game 1 it's more flexible main. Other than that, I only switched yesterday. I was playing 2 Foundries, 1 Myrex. But I kept getting color screwed, so I like the Myrex a little bit more there. I don't think Foundry's that good of a card. You're just playing it for utility. But let's try some Toxic. See how that goes. Arena has hated us today. Give this a go. All right. So I think we keep. So here, I guess both cases. So this can exile, return. So I probably want to protect. So we'll go with this. I forgot how bad the mana base is in this deck. Duress! Duress me. I think the mono red deck's good. It's just obviously if you don't draw your stuff. So we have a decision here. Obviously I can Skrelv. What are the chances they're a temporary lockdown deck? Concealed Courtyard, Restless Fortress. It's like a black-white deck. I think we're just going to do this. Try to hit a line drop. So we have Wedding Announcement. No blue mana kind of sucks. Would love to obviously suspect here. We're going to get through damage. Hey. Okay, so I can blue mana. I can proliferate, I can return 1 to the hand, give it pro white, have the blink up. I can... Because I kind of have to use the blue mana this turn. So let's pay the life. Name white. So it's a little bit of a weird match. But we'll get Toxic here. Destroy target creature if no other creature has greater power. Play Wandering Emperor here. We are going to spree. Name white. That puts them to 8. So they do have a chance to kill my thing, but anything they target other than a sweeper, which honestly, I don't even really care about the sweeper. That's kind of annoying, but I do need to block here. No removal one time, or actually targeted removal is fine. Oh, we might just be dead. What a stupid game. We just like never drew blue. So they need to attack with all. Just have it. What a stupid game. Like, we literally get any blue mana, and we could actually play this game. Go Bloated Contaminators. Get lost. Serum Snare seems bad. Skrelv's good. Bring the Endings, fine. Augury's fine. Don't think we're prolonging. Literally, like, any card. That's how our entire day has gone. I still think it's right to protect the Skrelv. They needed double removal that following turn, which they ended up having. I guess they had the wedding announcements bummed us. We're just not getting anything good today. Not a single thing good is being changed. So it's like black-white mid-range. God, why are you not letting me play the game of Magic today? Like, I just want to play Magic. The lands are so bad in this deck. I could just never get through a 3-2 now. This is gonna be a quick one, folks. Bant Toxic is not my jam. Probably like a wedding announcement. Just Trespasser, yeah. The tokens weren't really the issue, I would say. Playing Toxic. Not losing to a deck that the mana base is like that terrible. Like, there's no way you're playing that mana base and thinking to yourself, this is good. Let's just get mono red another run. Like, you're playing the C core and stuff, but there's so many, you have such color density needs to then also try to make that work. I just think it's bad. We'll give this a go. If it doesn't play, then I think I might call it. Or we'll just play Slatter. I mean, like that first game, if we just hit blue, the second game, it's just that you don't mull well. You don't have a catch up. It's more like density than anything. Like even hands like this is pretty bad. I think we still just keep, but we're just not getting like any. I mean, yesterday I was getting really well. Today, just not so much. This is the Demir control deck, then it's pretty gnarly. Probably Demir mid. My hand's a whole hell of a lot of creatures. They all do the same thing in this case. And I have a spell. So we most likely lost this one. This hand's not really come together. It was probably a mulligan, to be honest. But I want to see what they're playing. It's a good draw. Was a good draw. But if they go like Shelly. Opponent's being a dick. You can play 1 to 2 copies of what's his name? Hold up. Literally the deck and paper, I'll tell you. Hey, Rage is nice. Might have still been right there, but felt like they had removal, just the way they were playing it out. Come with me through the world of mono red. Charming Scoundrel or Felden. So either of these guys. You can play some numbers. So this will just give me prowess going. I think the spear doesn't matter here, it's just the prowess triggers I care about. They're getting to the point where they kind of have to block. This is blue-black mid. Likely with like Gix, we can expect. The line sears. So they blink first. There. Got him. Got him. Okay. Taking that one's nice because it didn't seem like we were going to be doing that well. Mastermind, so barrages, bolts, scorching shots. So I'm just going to shift into the control deck here. The way that their deck's set up, I might actually want Vampire's Vengeance as well. I'm going to take out the Monstrous Rage. I'm going to take out the Codebreakers. We're going to become the control deck here. I can see a copy of Chandra being reasonable. Got like like that. A sec. Sorry, they finally came to fix the damage, or I had work done on my house for like bricks. They finally came to fix it. So my contractor was just asking, is everything good? No! So it's not worth letting them use their cut down mana here. If we do it next turn. That duress was killer. That was our plan. This is kind of why I hate these foundries. They're just so bad. I'm actually not going to attack here. This kind of telegraphs like they have Urtai, and I don't want my Swift Spear to just go into Urtai. So I probably shouldn't have played Swift Spear there. Cool with me. I'll do it again. So that's kind of bold. Because you know we have this. Now they can get us to play into Path to Peril. This hand would have gone so hard with Forge. Alright, I got 2 5 damage spells. What you want? Are you actually good gaming? So make this appear, we can play around it. Go goes little shitters. They don't have the full art of this. It really upsets me. You got me. Okay, so they do have up the reef. I think we're just doing this. It makes it so like Another Kumano's lethal. Oh, that's interesting. I think we hold this. Could be worse if they have Liliana. But if they have Liliana, doesn't really do anything. Oh. See what they got? We got 7 burn spells in the deck. 7. Yeah, they're just dead. Style on him. She's dressed to kill. All right. That felt pretty good. We back in business. Mono Rouge. That's what I really like about Obliterating Bolt. We just clean it up the back god, which is usually an issue. Folks, if you're tuning in, you like this type of content, we do metagame analysis for every format. We give you the best deck guides, everything you need for Magic the Gathering. You see the sub goal in the top right-hand corner. Try and hit 15,000. Hopefully 13,000 in like 20 days for my birthday would be cool. I think we're just gonna do this. I don't know if this is blue-white or not. Blue-white. Let's not let them use their mana. They can deduce this turn, but I guess they use it. But next turn, I kind of force the slick shot. Try to get a counter out of them. Jam Forge. I basically want to sneak the Forge through. Oh, that's good. I don't want to find a land. This also forces that they can't get the draw. Perfect. No more forges. Just lands. Guess we could have also slick shotted and tried to just push huge damage. But they're dead. They're dead. Cool. Cool. Bring you in. Bring in the hearse. These. To these. Take out the frenzies. So a lot of these lists are playing Dust Animist in the sideboard. So I think having access to, I guess, Barrage deals with it all. It's cheaper than the bolts. Gatekeeper's fine. Probably just getting rid of Monstrous Rage and one play with fire. Or Lightning Strike. I guess her... let's try. Yeah, we go with those. Very suspect, like, 2 lands, keep. I guess they had the deuce. You'd think you draw a third, they probably had something going. Sorry, good Are you saying good deck and nice play by Niamo? Was that our first opponent? I think we're doing this. So his hand's very soft to sweepers. Also very soft to lockdown. So I can Codebreaker the following turn, but it's going to be a while. I have 2 slick shots. Just trying to like see which line I want to take. Yeah, that suggests to me that they don't have the sweeper on 3. Let them make a move here. So the thing is, they could have Emperor next turn. Let's just do this. I don't care if this gets locked down. I'm using like 1-for-1 is fine. So we hit our line drop. I guess this does open to Emperor, but then I can like prowess and then just ping it. They get us that way. I could bang bang. Probably not. Doesn't seem worth it. Okay, so that's good. Morph counts as 0. So I want to get them to react here. And then I'm going to put Forge down. Okay, so we have Emperor. I mean, if they have Farewell, they have Farewell. I can't really do much there. They have Dust Animist. It's also pretty bad. Samurai. They do that. My barrage. I think I want to hold the barrage. They could have another emperor. But this I can kind of take out their land. They could have a spell. That's fine. But it's kind of forcing their hand here. That seems like a great trade for me. So you want to race. That's a good draw. Kill you. And this is nice because it plays around Farewell. And it can make me the mana that I need to then also have a flashback spell. Because now they're kind of forced, like they have to kind of attack. Dead now. Poke you. Let's kick it. Let fire. Go to the botch. Got him good. And they did. They did, folks. They did. Alright. 2-0. Thanks, Philip. That felt good. That felt good. Beating up on blue-white always warms the heart. The Dust Animist is actually like pretty nasty out of them. Salt Efaden. One goes first. Solaki. This hand's like the biggest trapped hand. Hi, biggest trap hands. Could I have that other hand back? That other hand would seem better. Mirror time. Not a great start for us. So this game, we just become the control deck post board. This is the more prowessy one, so we just want to like max out on removal. Rage. So the first strike's actually pretty good here. We take out Code Breakers. Take out Rage. I think Kumano on the play is probably fine. So maybe you just shift like that. Nope, that's my cousin. Just awkward hand. They had a lot more aggressive. That's good. This is basically what we want to do. Kill something, kill something, kill something. Play the forges. They're prowess, so we want to be proactive with it. They also have Felonious Rage, so not only does it pump, if you don't think, if you think Mono Red's brain dead, then I think you're missing a lot of the nuance with these decks. You can play it in autopilot, but to play it effectively. Okay, so they have Forge here. They're kind of doing the same plan as me. We're just doing this. Missing the land drop there is really big because I could have got my Forge going and now we're racing behind on their Forge. Jeez. Just no lands whatsoever. Just that type of day. And that sacks to kill off my Slick Shot. And they get the token, and they proliferate. Yeah, they got us. Deck didn't want to cooperate this one. Honestly, if it wasn't for like the Forge, we're fine, but a little too late, deck. I mean, if we draw another land, maybe I could answer. I think this version's strictly worse. You're playing all in. Like, it's paying off for them now, but we do have to do this. Problem is if I don't get like instant removal, then I'm pretty bad. We just gotta try with the double Forge. Nope. Not meant to be. Not meant to be. Not meant to be. 2-1. 2-1. We cannot catch a break today. Traxa. Go one more. One more. Last one. We hit that land, I think we're fine because we get our forge going first, but 2-1. Why not? Don't be aggro. I kept this because we're on the play. Double forge is really strong. So keep in mind, this is also the deck I'm most familiar with. I've played the most games with. So I do think there's something to be said. Golgari's a really rough matchup. Code break. Because like Glissa also just like straight up dicks us. You have Terra Sunder. Also drawing like no spells. Like this, the double forge draw against Golgari's where we want to be. Gonna try to make this code breaker do work for us. Do it face down. We need a spell. Spell me! What the hell's the point of tapping? So if they have Cruelty of Gix, I just lose, but I can't play around Cruelty of Gix. So the important thing, like, know when you can play around something, when you can't. Even Mosswood would be pretty annoying here. We just drew all prowess creatures, no prowess. Damn it. Yeah, so I said, couldn't beat it. Couldn't beat it. I can't even draw the 3 because I die. Dumb. So you do realize it's a 50%. So if someone wins, someone loses. So plenty of cases, people win, people lose. The truther conspiracy is not really what like a reasonable take. So this matchup, I usually like cutting the Monstrous Rage. They don't do much. Probably just bring in the Obliterating Bolts, play 2 Scorching. Like we played against Azorius, they got stuck on 2 lands. We played against the Skullgari deck that had the probably one of answer on curve on 5. They had the Duress timely to get my Forge, and then the right Disruption. We really need to take game 1 in this matchup. Hand's good. Keep. So I want to tie up their mana. They have to decide between Cut Down and Duress. I guess the question is... I'm not going to let them use the Cut Down this turn. Like next turn, because like now they either have a cost to tapping out. No. Stop with the rest. Stop with the rest. Yeah, that's good. Unfortunate if we had the one more mana up. So we hit a 1-drop. The 1 point right now, because like if they have Gissa or something, I want to have the strike available. Even if they go Preacher here, I want to have the answer. Terra Sunder. These Duresses have been killing us. That works. So they wisely did that because there's likelihood that we have a burn spell to stack the damage. Now they can play land, animate the cottage, but that takes their whole turn, and Chandra doesn't die. I would potentially like to get Hellbent, because they usually keep Liliana in. It's basically just an edict. Spasser. So play this out, and the turn. We're gonna try to go for this Chandra ultimate. Just kind of see with that. The thing is, like, ideally, I don't want to discard this Chandra because I think it's a good backup. If they hit me, should have gone to block. At Terras. So running out of gas a bit here. They're going to be able to gain a life. It takes Chandra off. So probably right to have just kept, but running a little bit behind. This matchup's really tough. Them having the tear there. Scorching shot's pretty nice. Just exile this now. They can start gaining life, so I do need like a sustainable hard engine. Honestly, even just another creature to crew could be reasonable, because this gets around go for the throat and Preacher's annoying. Preacher is annoying. Frustrating. Removal is your last card. It's definitely our worst matchup. The Chandra line ended up coming back to bite us, but we're done with this challenge. We'll play some ladder, but I'm not having any luck with standard today. What are we? Some explore. Nothing working today for me. Like if you look at my Untapped, I went 3-3, 2-3, 1-1, 2-0, and then like a whole bunch of like nothing. Can't keep anything today. We go first. Likely a mirror. Could be a couple different things. This is a deck that I brought to my RCQ. So this is in Soul Artifact. So Boseiju is actually pretty solid here. So I think what we do... I'm gonna do this. They usually play Torch the Tower. So at least this way it differentiates our threat. This Boseju's probably just gonna read... like blow up Smuggler's Copter, perhaps? Oh yeah. Actually... they can Spell Pierce. They can Torch the Tower. I kind of want to keep Boseiju, though. Damn it! Took a chance. I think having Boseiju up's got more utility. We took a chance there. We might attack in here. Get some alutes. We do have Slick Shot. I think we're just passing the turn here. I'm gonna Boseiju the Copter. It does let them Shrapnel Blast us. Just need a spell. Spell me! They would give me an artifact. Just attack like this. I actually shouldn't have attacked with 2, because now if they have a removal spell, they just beat me because of the menace, which they have. Generous Plunder is kind of cool there. Really awkward game. Fortune here, Rending Volleys, pick your poisons. Tarka's Command comes out. No. They usually don't actually have too many blue, so maybe Rending Volley doesn't come in. Frenzy's fine. We trim an Audacity. Run it back. They needed an exact spell pierce, and we had a 4th line tapped. Could have played around with Beseiju, but Beseiju was my backup plan. Could have also just Beseiju'd it that turn. Why is Arena just not letting us play the fucking game today? Like, what is this? I don't think I've like had a single match where I haven't had the mulligan at least like 2 to 5 in a match. Let's just play it. We're on the floor. Like, super, super frustrating. Just not getting anything to go. Restless Reef. Your control. I could double spell here. Lets me play out my hand. So we're obviously playing it a little different than how we would normally play. Don't think they have like Meat Hook or something. I could just like pop it on one of that, but it forces their hand for the following turn. No, don't tap off green. Yeah, I gotta be mindful. It just gives away the information that I don't have the effect. For 1, fine. Blossoming Defense would go really hard. We'll take that. Trying to get them to react here. We just gotta kind of play it slow. I just don't want to get 3-for-1 with a sweeper. I think this turn we actually like push the damage. They countered a Kumano and then took 14. I'll get 2 draws if they sweep here. For an untapped land, we hit untapped land, it's very good because then I get to use this Den of the Bugbear. Yeah. Show me land. Land. Untapped land. Would you exile? Slick shot. It's fine. So I have untapped land that's lethal. I have 3 Atarkus commands that's lethal. So like there we did get 3-for-1, but okay, that works. Get wrecked. Got him. Got him! Urges. Ace. Blizzards. I don't know if I want volley. They have Tishana's Tidebinder typically. And 1 Noxious Gearhawk. It doesn't hit Gearhawk. Gonna take out the Audacities. Take out the Witch Stalkers. They could have the Bat God, but I don't think we play around Bat God. Do we want like 1 pick your poison? Probably not. Run it like that. I don't think like if we see the Bat God, we'll switch up what we're boarding. But we see. Try out a bunch of stuff today. See what works. Standard, nothing wanted to work with us with the shuffler. We'll see how this goes. We haven't had a consistent like draw in some time. The mirror matchups pretty decent. They don't have white, so they don't have exile. We'll see if they bring in something like Kalidas. We don't really have answered outside of Monstrous Rage, so these are like the little things. Well, just take a look. Not great, but try to make it work. So the goal here, get them to counter Bone Crusher Giant. And then I play Forge and then win the game. We can do that. They missed a line draw. They didn't do that, so... I think we still do this. They have Edict, it's kind of annoying. Deuce again. Trying to hit that line drop. They do. So this could be crack fatal push. 2. We could obviously hold to have the protection up, but I think I just want to keep putting pressure on them. Especially because they were stumbling a bit on mana. Like, they can have Otawara. Romy. So we do want Rending Volley. That's a good trade for us. A bunch of different threats. They're in a bit of trouble. This is really good. I want to get the case down. So I think we do this. Honestly, here we're just gonna force them. Because even if their plan was Otawara into Liliana discard, they don't counter, I get the cards in hand. Blind. Deluge. And this is where like this Demir version's much worse, because they can't play like Farewell, can't play March, they can't deal with an artifact other than a bounce, which we can then just recast. Dead. Do one last one. One more for the homies. Folks are swinging by. We had quite a run at the Metagame Challenge. You can see all of our records. The day was not a good day. No matter what we did, the shuffler was out to get us. Mirror. Mirror with them on the play. Mana's a little bit more painful. Did have the answer for us, which is kind of annoying. For everything that I've played with this matchup, who's ever on the play usually wins. It's just with your tempo elements, you're usually playing a bit from behind. Monstrous Rage. It's like, here we can't really... That's good. So we'll let them act first. It's terrible. Can't even afford to play that land. Prowess. That's 6. I actually can't cast that. What a weird game. Just pain lines everywhere. Yeah, no punish. So just bring in the removal, a couple pick your poisons. It's really just about having the removal in this matchup. Probably trim the Atarkas. Like, you saw that game, we were just playing from behind the entire time. Gotta get luckier at winning the draw. Got a questing druid here. It's a little annoying. Because whatever they come down with is going to have 3 toughness. So here, I think we're just passing. Setting up another questing druid. They have protection the way they're playing out their turn. So I'm going to try to bait it out of them. They just have very good draws. So that's 3, 4. Last turn. Hands just not coming together. Not seeing the removal we needed. And then they had the protection. They'll have one more protection here and then just get us. Yeah. Too much clunk. It's like you don't. We drew too much of just the fluff. And I cannot win a game of Magic today. This is literally like when I went to the RC, just couldn't win a thing. See no protection spells. They see all protection spells. Like, I don't think it's right to mulligan that aggressively because our density, like, the questing druids are really good to just provide you that. Let's go, opponent. So this is going to be a... Put the slick shot away. Is this Phoenix? Phoenix matchup's really rough. discard your Phoenix. We all in on this, so just keep it alive. Next turn, they opt here. So they kept the one-lander. This is actually good. Okay. I do want to test out because I was getting my ass kicked at the RC with. So my plan was bring in Pick Your Poisons, bring in Rending Volleys, the Mage Bane. Oh no, I forgot to update my sideboard. I'm on 3 Mage Bane now. I don't think we want Forge in this matchup. Bone Crusher also doesn't do much. I do want all the protection. I think we can get rid of the Audacities. Keep in the Monstrous Rage. Get rid of Atarkas. I might want Case. It could be that I want Case. Case or Forge, because they'll bring in a Sweeper usually. Folks swinging by. We were playing some standard metagame, and the metagame got us. Wasn't having fun with it. Nothing was working for me today, so we just switched to playing some Pioneer Explorer. But the deck I have in paper. And against some Is It Phoenix? We're on Gruul Slick Shot. Anybody got any 7 wins today? 7-win gamers? Oh my god, go! You've played 2 turns of Magic, and you've used like 5 minutes of clock. It's awful. Pick Your Poison's good. This may be play with fire, try to hit a line drop angle. We'll see what we draw. Use 2 more minutes, and they've taken less game actions than us. Give me that upkeep stop. Find here. Guild Gamer. A little annoying because we had to do that. Otherwise, we would have been able to play around the second Molten Impulse. Them having 2 Molten is kind of annoying. Hopefully no Lava Axe. So hopefully it's just like dig for... Where's Mari? Oh, is this Gear Hulk? No. What am I saying? It's a Gear Hulk. We saw Phoenix game 1. Blow up their artifact, but I don't think it's that necessary. What we really want to hit is like a Ledger Shredder. Have quite enough for a Treasure Cruise. I'm kind of baiting. Like we had the protection effect. We didn't. Can't do much there. Probably get a Phoenix back now. I think I'm gonna play with Fire Face. I need more action. I'm binning that's not bad. But they're very easily can get a Treasure Cruise. One card away. Get him with that. So we have like an answer to Ledger Shredder. Yeah, we definitely do want Case or Forge, I think, in this matchup. Let them decide what they want to do here. Because I don't want to double spell next turn. Hulk to hand. So even an untapped land here is not the end of the world. We get to play Chingantha. Looks like Treasure Cruise though, so we're probably dead. They really need to ban Treasure Cruise. The card's so stupid. Like, it's too powerful for Modern, it's too powerful for, like, all these other formats. And then you get to play that in, like, a shitty play with fire. They don't give us Bolt. Still only one Phoenix. They do have the protection effect. So land's probably the best bet. They have another Treasure Cruise. They have so many cards. Go Case. From on a Rage. From on a Kumano. Might be right. Trimming a Slick Shot. They have a lot of flyers that can block. The old never draw another land and lose. I need to protect this Magebane lizard. Removal. Always have it. There is something to be said to just not playing it, maybe. Just play with firing, then having the protection. They kept another one-lander. Like, come on. We have anything other than lands in this deck? Them playing 4 Lava Axe really hurts. Oh my god. Literally just... I'm gonna on-curve cast a Jingantha in my 1 to 2 mana spell deck. The only upside, they've already used one Lightning Axe. They have to use another one for the Magebane. Kind of annoying because this isn't even real testing. Like, this is the matchup I need to practice the most against. I think I'm going to continue just applying the pressure. I guess I maybe should have held the land in case I drew a spell that I was interested in. But I could also just cast a spell and then cast the case and refill. So we have that angle. So they can like try to get a Phoenix back, but then it just hurts them a lot. Come on. Tank, 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 tank. Salt Roper. Doing that to stay alive. So I could have done that, but I want to empty my hand. And this just presents another threat. They'll have to play some spells, and then I got Ramen up, so I just want to present as much damage as possible. Got him. Alright, folks. I've had enough magic today. It's been kicking my ass. Hope you have a great one.